was,
and we're back for another week.
As Shay said, that trumpet is appropriate for yesterday, which we will talk about. Happy Monday. Rumor has it that it's a holiday and some people are not working.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't working. It's President's Day.
Like, how does that affect your life? Like, well,
I'm interested to see what kind of crew we get to show up here today on President's Day Monday, because the B2B crowd is off for sure.
Correct.
But the B2C crowd is on, and I will be in City Furniture Hollywood this morning with our city crew, looking at what we got going on in the store and seeing how some of our prospecting initiatives are working.
Bob Goldfarb, first in the huddle this morning. Bobby, got good news for you. Another huddler reached out to me over the weekend and said, it is time to upskill. And so Mackie Firestein is ready, and you got to attack that whole world. Look who's here this morning. Lori
Newman.
Very nice. Lori was one of our guests yesterday at a fabulous afternoon at Polo. Mark, what's your one-word summary of Polo?
Elegant. It was elegant. It was, but so I've been to IPC, and then, we've spent time at World Polo. That was not my first time there, but that was my first time since they've built that new facility that we were able to hang out in. That was a beautiful hospitality suite, and it was much more intimate than IPC. Like, IPC is like a party. You know what I mean? Like,
it was too big and too nothing. You really... it was
World Polo yesterday was fun. That was, and they've got 10 more games, which I found out. There's 10 more Sundays coming up that people have the opportunity to go spend some time out there.
Oh, well, check us out here, man. Unbelievable. There's Stephen Laurie right in the middle. The ladies were all dressed up. The men were dressed up. The cigars were hot. The drinks were cold. The food was great. And it was an amazing afternoon. Beautiful weather. Shout out to Mariana Abate, who crushed it yesterday. But there is something very regal about the horses. It is the sport of kings.
I don't know. So I got there, and then I immediately got the question of like, all right, explain polo to us. And I was like, no, I'm not here for the game. I'm not. This is the byproduct of why we're here. Like, I'm here for back here, this stuff, the food, the drink, the people. Like, there was some brothers out there actually, Ralph.
There were a lot of brothers out there, man. It was
funny.
Cool, man.
That is really funny.
And Ralph, we will be hosting it again many times. So anybody in the huddle that is interested, make sure you get on Shay's list, because we will be hosting another on the ball venture to polo. It was fun. I think everybody had a great time. Great pictures, great conversation. Really, really cool. Lots of stuff went on this weekend. It was the NBA All-Star Game, which I think they get it better than most.
For sure.
Love the format last night that every quarter they start over. So, and then the fourth quarter is really what matters, which is, like Jay-Z says, it's like MJ.
I love that. Listen to you quoting Jay-Z this morning. Okay.
I'm super fired up, man. I just had a great time yesterday when you're around good people and good stuff. So, but
the highlight of the All-Star weekend for me, though, was seeing MJ challenge Magic to a one-on-one match. For those of you who haven't seen it, ESPN's posted it all over social media this morning, but there is a video of them, celebrating the 75th team, the top 75 players ever play, whatever. They were in the locker room together, and MJ looked at Magic and said, go get your shoes. Go get your shoes. Where are your shoes at? He goes, we'll play one-on-one right now. So the competitive nature never stops.
And how much would you pay to sit and watch that one-on-one game?
Whatever the cost was,
whatever it takes to be there would be unbelievable. Really great stuff. But again, no surprises. Steph lit the building on fire, just putting on a clinic. And who wins the game?
Steph Curry.
LeBron hits the last shot to win it.
It was in Cleveland, right?
In Cleveland, man. So
maybe he's going back.
Maybe he's going back. Well, the report is that he will, whatever the final year, he will play wherever his son is, which is, as a guy that gets to work with his son. You're damn straight. So last thing is, and before we get to some music to wake us up, what the hell was Juwan Howard thinking?
I obviously lost his cool. So I mean, as a leader who talks about can't show frustration, you have to understand how to control your emotions. He absolutely lost his mind last night and laid his hands on a guy, which you can never, ever, ever do. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of consequences come out of that. But it's not good. Not a good move for the leaders out there.
The talk is he has to be suspended right away.
And like, look, there was a bad move by Wisconsin. Wisconsin called a needless timeout at the end of the game. It's like rubbing the loss into the face of Michigan. It's not the right move, but you can't do that.
Well,
you're responsible for setting the example.
It got worse. The Wisconsin coach got in his grill.
Yeah, came up and tried to say something to him.
Put his hands on him.
Yep.
Oh,
correct.
Where Juwan comes from, you don't put your hands on me, bro.
And it does, yeah. I mean, especially being part of the Fab Five.
Right.
But it doesn't matter, right? That's the whole point, is that it doesn't matter. You cannot do that. And it's always the person that retaliates. The guy from Wisconsin's not going to get anything. No. There's going to be no consequences for him. He laid his hands on Juwan first, but Juwan retaliated with a slap to the face, which you can't do.
So lots of great stuff happening in the world, but we're here. We got to wake up. We got a decent crowd. I'm pretty impressed this morning. One more thing. Oh, we were going to do this afterwards, but Shay wants to do it now. It's about Shay. It was a wonderful Sunday for the Shay family. So show me.
Beautiful picture.
Wow.
Congratulations to Shay and to Chanel, right, for getting her baptism, and congratulations to Shay Money and the rest of the family. It's so awesome.
Shay can dress up, man. Shay Money can
look
at the part, man. So for those who wondered where he was yesterday, he had a family obligation. So great stuff. But with that, Shay, let's get some wake up music. Got a really fun show. It's President's Day. We got some stuff potentially about, all of the confidence that's going on in the world, but specifically going to start out with some great LinkedIn stuff. So stay tuned.
Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, come on, come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more back to thinking, top of thinking ahead. Come on now.
If there was ever a truer statement, Paul Chattel hits it right on the head.
That is a fact.
Full show.
Well done, Shay.
Way to go, Shay. So in our ever lasting quest to get better, I follow people who help me get better. Hopefully we help you get better, but nobody does it better than Jocko. Bam, 4:30 in the morning. Make yourself better today.
On a Sunday.
That was Sunday's post. Does not matter what day it is. They all have days in it. So get out of the days and make yourself better. So I'm going to switch gears. I want to talk a little bit about LinkedIn, even though it's not a traditional,
Hall of Fame, Wall of Shame.
Yeah. There are just some things that happen, good, bad, ugly, why. I'm going to give you two that I shake my head at. Show me Beth Nye. So I guess all of us are getting this.
It's nonstop. It's unbelievable.
After reading her profile, I'm shocked by your excellence. Shocked
by your excellence.
And Beth Nye is a marketing development director. She's connected to Billy Riley, who was another huddler. So if you're getting this stuff, just delete it. Just don't even waste any time. It's just garbage.
It's the bots that are happening on LinkedIn. It's really like automated spam that they're trying to. So I'll play with it sometimes. Sometimes I'll respond back and be like, "What was so excellent?" Just to see if I can get something back from the machine.
The bot out. You shut the bot down if you're. Good. So this is an announcement. I got this person, Waxon, reached out to me, and he has a job opportunity. And Mark, I'm taking this opportunity to tell you I am moving on because the
non-balanced steel.
Non-balanced steel needs me. So.
How about no?
Oh,
it is a crazy world in the LinkedIn universe.
But there is a why I do this, and there's a why that I created the filter, and I get to share this story with people all the time. This why did I do LinkedIn? I took the time, invested in, upskilled, and I'm willing to do the gold rush thing. Most of it is sand that goes through the filter, but occasionally you get a nugget. So this morning I want to talk about a gentleman named Macario. Show me. So this is Macario. He is the Senior Vice President and Chief Information Officer at Seminole Hard Rock. Now that is a monster job. And this guy comes inbound, says, doesn't say anything, wants to get connected. I send him back my traditional, hey, how are you? Thanks. How do we know each other? And here's why it works. He said, I want to let you know that somebody I know liked your post, which put your stuff in front of me, and your energy and passion comes through. I want to meet like-minded people like you.
Yep.
Boom. I absolutely connect with him. And then I have a virtual coffee with him last week, which I must tell you, forget about, business. And I met a tremendous human being. Remember, we're talking about collecting humans. And I learned from him. He showed up in a very vulnerable thing. Hey, I'm this guy, but I started my career as a Green Beret. He basically built the communication system for a part of the Marines or something like that. So he's brilliant. Chicago, most of his family worked in the mines. And he said, the only thing I was sure of was what I did not want to do. So he's brothers, fathers, sisters, every relative is in the mines. And he said, I'm not doing that. So built most of his career in Chicago, and then got a recruiter that said, hey, there's this opportunity. Do you want to move to South Florida? He doesn't know a lot of people, but wants to use the platform to get connected. Well, let me tell you, we spent about 45 minutes together, and I'm scribbling notes and doing stuff. He was the satellite communications chief for the United States Marine Corps early on. He installed and maintained a robust global network of communication systems to support all military operations.
Wow.
So this is a badass dude. Bald, sure. Showed up really cool, but told me so much stuff, just spilled out who he was. And his agenda was, I just want to be part of something. I want to meet good people. He has a dream to do something outside of what he's doing. And I gave him some feedback and said, do it.
Right.
Wow. No one's ever said that. I go, what's stopping you from, it doesn't have to be big, do it. He wants to help other people in the technology space who are not outgoing and are suffering from similar things to him. Introverted, not a real relationship guy, didn't invest in his marriage. So he has a program he wants to put together. I said, tell me more about the program. He said, first off, and so this is fantastic. Yeah. I traded vanity for sanity.
Great. Yeah. Love it.
Then he says, my program will focus on 4 areas. This is the guy that's not in the space. Yeah. Body. He went on to talk about body. Being. What is my being? What is my purpose? What am I doing here? Relationships. How am I building relationships? And then business, honing my craft on a daily basis. I wanted to hug the dude, man.
Yeah.
So in an instant, he helped make me better.
Sure.
Which is why I do it. It was fun. It was engaging.
And it came through LinkedIn. Like that to me, I had the same experience on Friday of last week. I got to meet Brian Nichols in person. Brian Nichols lives in Atlanta. Him and I would have probably not ever really met each other had it not been for LinkedIn. But content, connections, bring us together on LinkedIn. We have a virtual coffee. We hit it off. Great, right? We don't talk to each other again for months. he hits me up and says, hey, I'm finally coming down to South Florida. Would love to grab coffee with you while I'm there. Absolutely. We sat, we had coffee for 45 minutes. We shared stories. We talked about what was going on. We talked about what we were doing together. That actually ended up leading to a conversation about what we can do together in the fourth quarter. But that relationship, the seeds of that happened months and months and months ago. And then we just stayed top of mind through LinkedIn with content, liking, sharing, doing. And then when the opportunity arose for us to get in person, bang, it happened. So like, you know, I just, it works. I don't know. We're doing it. We're doing it and it's working.
If you just did that once a day and you added 365 people like that to your life,
Right.
Something good's going to happen to you, bro.
Yep.
Guaranteed. This is the way it works. So phenomenal stuff. So I moved to motivational music because I speak to groups all the time. Last week, I had the chance to speak to the group at Premier Benefits, which is up in New York. Amy is part of the True Network. Love working with her. We laugh so much every time we get together for our one-on-one coaching. And then she said, hey, I want to do something for my team. I heard you did it for Jen. So her team showed up last week to do something. And we were talking and BSing. And one of the guys there, John, who is super cool, New Yorker, they were telling me that he does raps for his clients.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
He's parodies. Right. He's a rapper, but he does parodies. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. I said, that's what LinkedIn is about. It's about sharing your gift, LinkedIn or YouTube. And I know John is here this morning. So he said, this was an amazing time, Steve. I'm going to make you a parody. Okay. You know, I didn't really think much about it, but he said, I'm a man of my word. And he showed up and sent us. And wait till you hear this. This is
a great song. It's a great
John,
song.
Take it away.
A special shout out to a very special motivational speaker, Steven Nudelberg, On the Ball Ventures. Every sale you make, every order you take, everyone you motivate, it's success they will taste. Here's my song for you. It was just yesterday we did the Zoom call. As usual, Nudelberg was on the ball. That's his company, pardon the pun. Johnny Moe and Nudelberg getting it done. Letting you know the presentation was fire. He said to avoid energy vampires. Crushing it in case you haven't heard. You're a sexy SOB, Steven Nudelberg. He's down in West Palm just living the dream. He dropped wisdom on the premier team. We reminisced for a while. Talked about this and that. Told him about the ATM and how I get mad. I didn't realize you were such a joker. Didn't know Johnny Moe was a rapping broker. You're a great motivational speaker. You got your song, now I expect a pair of sneakers.
Yeah. So there was more. It's a longer song. He did a whole nother verse that was phenomenal. Talked about his shoe size. It was really great.
So
well done. Well done.
Well done is right. But here's the point. That's uniquely him. That's his gift that he's sharing with people. And I'm promoting him, pushing him to share it at scale because he shows up like that. He's my broker. There ain't nobody else I want to do.
1,000%.
So, it was so great. I feel so good about the work that I did for them because he can't write a song like that unless I lit it for him. And so just tremendous. Any of you that are watching this, if you have a gift, if you know how to bake, if you know how to sew, if you know how to, do something, share it with people. Now, how about this? He saw or knew about the sneaker thing I did for Tony Coley.
Yeah,
so that's why
he saw it on LinkedIn, saw the post, saw it happen, and did a great job of finding the content to build that song, pulled from the presentation and what you had going on. It's really great.
So my takeaway for you guys who are here today, and kudos to you for showing up, even though it's a holiday. There's so much goodness that if you're willing to, knock off the crap and get to the core, you meet great people. If you meet great people in your life, great things happen. So With that, I'll close the show today with, it is President's Day. What does President's Day mean to you?
It's a time to reflect on the leadership, what that role really means, what that word means. I think whether you've been a president of a company, president of a club, if you've been in the president's club for an organization, I just think, what that word embodies as far as leadership, as far as vision, as far as guidance. One of my favorite, musicals is Hamilton. Hamilton was not a president, but they talk a lot about the presidents in that. George Washington has a huge role in that. And it's just a time to reflect and give appreciation for the great presidents that have been.
That is extremely, extremely well said. I think people tend to look at it as a day off and not what it's actually supposed to be, which is a shame. But the origins were to celebrate George Washington's birthday, Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And so, when we celebrate a day like this, it's really like talking about leadership, talking about the people who have led our life. And so I thought I would close with a recent CEO report, the leaders in the country. And Shay, if you can show me a graph of one of the confidence charts. The CEO Confidence Index is America's largest monthly survey of chief executive. Each month, CEO Magazine does this. And as you can see, as we head into January of 22, if you're not able to watch and you're just listening, we're on fire. Okay, don't listen to the shit in the news that it's all bad. Yeah, you know what? Inflation's up, so you're making more money, man. So it doesn't matter. It's really the same. If you show me the next one, look at this one. The proportion of CEOs projecting increases in profits and revenue over the next 12 months. So look at where we're going. I mean, it is clearly happening in the right time, the right sector. Shay, show me the last one, which is business conditions in every category is up. So here's my question to you in closing, and it is 8:20. I want to get onto it, but you can jump out of this, Shay. So what does confidence mean to you?
Confidence is displayed ability. Confidence means that I have the vision and I know that we can accomplish that vision because I've seen it before. I've done it before. I don't know what the obstacles will be, but I can relate experiences. I can pull from previous experiences and previous abilities to say we can get there. And, on President's Day, I think it's super cool to be the president. I'm honored to be the president of our company. And when you're the president, you don't necessarily make all the decisions. It's your job to make sure that the boat moves in the right direction and everybody's on board. And so I'm glad to be a president. I'm happy to celebrate the day, and I'm happy to do some work with one of our clients today.
So that's really cool because I was not going to tee you up. I was pushing you to say, you are the president. And today we celebrate you because in the 2 years you've done it, you have done an amazing job. You have been a great leader. And make no mistake, everybody, he is not the president because he's my son. I can promise you that. It is not easy to work with me or for me. So he earns every fucking dime.
It's a fact, and I'm proud.
Awesome. So on President's Day, let's just salute leadership. Like Leslie says, be the leader of your own life. Be the CEO,
You're president of your life.
Of your own life. Make good decisions. With good decisions come good outcomes. Have an awesome day. Close the month out strong because we're going for it.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down